up The Crow and the Pitcher.
I feel like I'm going to break this thing.
This comes from an Aesop's fable where there was a crow that found water and he put his beak in and he couldn't get down to drink the water. So he filled it up with stones and someone laughed at him, but then the water came to the top and he could drink it. Although if you put too many stones, all the water would spill out and then everyone will laugh at you. So this game is thematic. Well, it's a trick-taking game, and no one really expects trick-taking games to be thematic. But Sam and I...
Welcome to the Dice Tower, a series of video reviews about board and card games. Here are your hosts, Tom Vassell and Sam Healy.
This one. Hang on. There are 4 suits in The Crow and the Pitcher, and 3 of them are crow suits, the orange, green, and red ones. And then the last one is the Thirst suit. The best way to think of this is like Hearts, if you've ever played the game of Hearts, because you cannot play this suit until it's been broken, per se. At the end of a round, everyone is going to get points, and the blue lines are positive points, the black lines are negative points. The lower numbers have more points, the higher numbers have fewer points. There are numbers 2 through 10 in each of the suits. Now, there's also a pitcher that is put in the middle of the table. These pitchers can range from 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and you're going to put one of those in the middle of the table for each round. All the cards are dealt to all the players, and then one player is chosen to go first, and that player will play a card. Now, when that player plays a card, they can play any card they want, and then each other player must play the same color if possible. If they don't have the same color, then they can play anything they want. Now, in this instance, whoever plays the highest number is going to take all the cards of the lead suit. However, you will count all the cards that are less than 9, not equal to or higher. So 5, 3, and 4, we add those together and we get 12. Is 12 higher than 9? Yes, then we filled the pitcher with water and we're fine. So that person will take all those cards, whoever played to 10, and put them in their pile of cards that they have scored. Let's show another situation with the same pitcher. Let's say I lead off with a 3, someone else plays a 10, someone else plays a 2, and someone else plays an 8. They can play the orange because that person no longer has any green cards. Now we will add the numbers that are less than 9, so the 10 doesn't count. So 2 and 3 are less than 9, that's 5. That's less than the pitcher. We haven't filled the pitcher up, which means the crow is still thirsty. The person who played the highest number of the lead color, which is 10, the 10 green, since green was the color lead, wins the trick, and they also win the pitcher. And you can see on here that the pitcher has 5 black lines on it, so it is worth a negative point. Now, as we're playing cards, as soon as somebody doesn't have the color lead, they can play one of the thirst cards out there, and someone is going to win that thirst card, which gives them negative points. Once that happens, then when a pitcher is out, and someone can lead off with thirst. Until that point, you can't lead off with thirst. When thirst cards are played, the pitcher is discarded and ignored, and someone is simply going to win all those cards, which is not necessarily something you want to do. After a round, you'll total up your points, and you'll add them from round to round, and after each player has dealt out a round for each player, the game is over, and whoever has the most points is the winner. This game has to be played with 3 or 4 people, and it's going to play very differently with both. With 3 people, the chance of you taking the pitcher is going to be much higher. With 4 people, you can get away without taking the pitcher very often.
If it's running dry for you, it's because it went dry for us too.
Okay, well here's the deal. It's possible for trick-taking games to feel like they're on autopilot.
Yep.
I mean, if you play Hearts all the time online, it's going to be on autopilot. In fact, this reminded me a little of Hearts, except it was more complicated, the scoring. And that's where my biggest problem with the game is I think it's just too complex for what it is. I gotta sit there and say, okay, we add these up, is that number higher than the pitcher number? Then yes, then you take it, then no, then this happens.
It's not that it's too hard, it's just that it's unnecessary. It's just another trick-taking game with a convoluted scoring system. That's all it is.
Yeah, I didn't feel like there was anything really that new and unusual. I mean, not every trick-taking game has to break brand new ground, but then why do I want to own this over any of the established ones like David and Goliath or the Bottle Imp, or even Tichu.
Or, or Rook, for that matter.
Yeah, but this doesn't feel like Rook as much.
No, but still, I would rather play Rook than this.
Actually, the absence of a trump suit kind of makes it a little dull, I guess.
I guess so.
Well, and the the icons.
Iconography.
Yes, that also doesn't look as good. It's kind of confusing, I thought. And counting the blue and red and the black lines, I don't know. It's if you're a elementary literature teacher, I don't even know if they have those. Maybe you'll want to pick this up because it's Aesop's Fables. It comes from them. No, but it doesn't teach you anything. Come on.
I understand that, but however, that's the only real saving grace that it has.
Okay, I didn't hate the game.
No, neither did I.
But I didn't find anything about it that really drew me into it. I felt like every time it was my turn, I knew exactly what card to play. Why should I play a low card and give you points?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm getting rid of a high card that I might win a trick with later, but I also might play that high card and go over pitcher. Always play the high cards. I can't say anything different than that. I'm sure I'll get an email from the designer telling me how I'm playing it wrong, but I'm going to have to give this one an empty pitcher down. Devoid of water.
I'm going to give this a dead crow.
Is that up or down?
This game sucked the life out of it.
Alright, the crow and the pitcher. So you got both of them in the rating. But there's better trick-taking games.
Yes, there is.
Thanks so much for watching the Dice Tower videos. Find more great videos and reviews, as well as our top-rated audio podcast at Dicetower.com. You can also find the latest board game news at Dicetowernews.com. I'm Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. The Dice Tower is sponsored by Fun Again Games, the world's best game source. Fun Again Games has over 5,000 games available. Check them out at funagain.com.